Yo, brothers and sisters, Kunal here, Bulls on Wall Street. Guys, a lot to uncover today in the market. Let's dig into what's happening in the market indexes, and then let's go in and see what the stocks are to trade for tomorrow. We've got all sorts of good-looking earnings plays. We need to talk about the dump in Bitcoin. Good Lord. I mean, what a rug. And so let's get into it. First, market indices, then the rug in Bitcoin, and then the watch list. So the QQQs had a rest day. Guys, this is to be expected. Look at the stochastics on this 95. You only go up to 100, right? There ain't much more room left. So we've been up a lot of days in a row. We're outside of the upper Bollinger Band. We're just extended. We had a rest day. I would consider it a bullish rest day. We're down slightly. Frankly, we could have used a little bit of a rug with the rest of the stocks, but the market's just too strong for it. We need to chill out for a few days. We really could use a pullback to the 20 SMA or something like that, because a lot of stocks are a little bit long in the tooth. I mean, you got these names like PLTR and stuff that just haven't had any rest for so long. We need a little bit of balance back in the market as we're starting to get grinding. And we saw a little bit of Ruggy McGee's in quite some things, right? So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. I'm just going to use IBIT because that's on T2000. Yeah, Bitcoin gapped up 3-4%. We were at 104 in the morning. And then, dude, we just had an all-day long fader. It was a sell the news event. I didn't think it was. I'm the master of sell. Let me just tell you something. I'm the master of sell the news event. Nobody does sell the news event better than me. And even I didn't put two and together that the 100,000 was the sell the news event. I'm a believer, and so what can you do? And, dude, we were trying to bounce this a couple times. Fucking got my balls just nicely nicked up and on MSTR a couple times. Not much, 2 points here, 2 points here, but they add up a little bit before I realized that it's an all-day fader. So don't worry, guys. This stuff happens. Bitcoin's faded off. And, look, most likely it's a fugazi. I wouldn't be surprised to see it hit 88, 89, 86,000, like a big rug, and then they just ramp it back. That's how they do these things with Bitcoin, because it's a small market, right? $2-3 trillion. It's very easy to move around. It's less than Apple Computers, the market cap, right? And so you got to just be a little bit mindful of it. I think Friday still got a lot of interesting spots. We just got to be careful, because when you see the hot momentum stocks kind of do reversals like this, and this is the third or fourth time I've seen these kind of big reversals on coin. It kind of grinds out some people here. We got to be a little bit careful. You saw, right, Mara and all of these things. These are starting to look a little bit like a Toppy McGee for a second, right? Not long term, but right, these are Toppy McGee's for a hot second. So we got to be a little bit careful. I was ready to go. They did gap up a lot today, and so pulling at the open I expected, but the depth of the run I was a little bit surprised at. Now, beyond that, though, there are some things that we can do for tomorrow, that are still setting up. IONQ had a piece of news out that, they've got the fastest supercomputer in Europe or some shit. You got a fucking level here at 3750. And you know what? Some of the other quantum computing stocks are also got breakout spots here. Look, these probably, besides IONQ, the rest of them are probably frauds. But you have QBTS. QUBT is definitely a pig. But still, for a day or two, we've got a breakout setting up in all of these three. Now, look, if the market deflates like the Bitcoin stocks did, then these will just roll over. So be very tight. Do not marry these. The market is in a precarious position because it needs to pull back. And so anything can get rugged, right? And so tight stops on these in case they roll. But IONQ, top of the list. Tesla, dude, we had an awesome rip on Tesla. Dude, I had the 365 calls, just fucking buying hand over fist the first couple seconds of the market. And dude, I was out most of them in the first candle. I was like, what? Shit, right? I couldn't believe they ran so fast. And then I saw it go 10 more points. I was like, damn. I think I got out my last ones at 369.70 or something like that. Oh, yeah, 371, 370, 340, 370, 69, 76. Man, I was scaling on like a motherfucker. I had too many contracts. Looks good for tomorrow, too. Only on a week open. I won't chase a gap up on this. APLD, this is another one that's flagging out here, a little fake AI company. Got a good look to it over here. It just got a breakout over here, and I think it could run. You know, some of these little guys are just going. Once again, this is a candidate for a rug pull if the rest of the market goes down, so just be mindful of it. Shop, interesting level right here. I like when you get a bigger term breakout and then you got like a very clean level, because you got spots to trade around. You got expected spots where you've clearly delineated where the buys and sells are, and you can kind of feel where the algos are going to push through. And I think Shop's got a spot. Docu had earnings out. This is popping after hours. I think this will be in play. It's only up 13% so far. It's 125 million share float. Look at the base on this. Look at the base. Look at the base. It looks fantastic. SE, love the look of this too. Very similar to Shop, maybe a little bit tighter. You got a level here around 117, 118. If it takes it out, I think you can. I'm looking for basically a break through this, and I need a candle, to hold it overnight. I need a strong close. AAL, man, I had some of my students put this on the watch list in the morning, and I was like, it's it's an airline, and the gosh darn thing trended up the whole day. Good liquidity to 110 million shares. You can get some size in this. It's a little bit of a trender grinder, like a steady Eddie, but dude, it's got a great look to it. Asan's going to be in play tomorrow. Not many of these cheap stocks left. This thing used to be $150. Not many of all the 2021 high flyers that are like back in the $5, $10, $15, $20 range. They're getting picked off one after another this year. It's probably Asan's turn. You got a breakout here. It's a pretty low flow, 206 million. It's only $3 billion company. I think we can roll with this tomorrow. And then Lulu's got earnings out tomorrow too, or already came out. So I think this will be in play also. You can see here you got a nice W bottom on this thing. A lot of upside on this one. And then look, if the market decides to pull back, I want to hit two names. I want to do the puts, probably 0 DTEs on Amazon. If it gaps up, say this thing gaps up to 223, 225, anything like that. Somewhere up here, I think we take it down. PLTR, same thing. Only on a gap up, I think we take it down. TSM is another one. It's at the top of the Bollinger Band here. 95 stochastics up 6 days in a row. Only on a gap up, we can take these things down. It's not a good market to short. When I say take it down, I'm talking 20, 30-minute holds, 40-minute holds, but you get a nice, good, God-fearing Christian candle, and then you go with it. Short video today, ain't too much to talk about because I think a lot of names are just a little bit in no man's land right now. We need some pulls. 20 SMA pullback on the QQQs probably sets up some nice longs. I love you guys. Peace.